You have to admire the worlds and adventures crafted by Square Enix and brought to life under the Final Fantasy umbrella. We've had missteps like the Final Fantasy XIII saga, but we've also had touchstones of gaming culture courtesy of this series, like the iconic theme, Chocobos, Kefka's laugh, and Aeris' untimely death, which we still refuse to accept. World of Final Fantasy ultimately is a giant love letter to the massive legacy of this series and all that spun off from it, but thankfully, Square wasn't content to rest on their laurels. While there are a legion of callbacks and fan-favorite characters within, it was smartly all built on top of a classically inspired, solid gameplay foundation. We're introduced to the brother-sister pair of Lan and Rain, who wake up to find a totally abandoned town, save for one mysterious woman calling herself Enna Kroos. She opens the world of Grimoire, a place the twins have apparently forgotten all about yet were big players within. The mirages of Grimoire were at their beck and call before, monsters that roam throughout the world and can be captured by a tamer. Set on a path to recovering their memory by retrieving their mirages, the world of Grimoire is theirs to explore. Along the path, they'll awaken cameos of famous characters from the series whom I won't spoil, champions that unlock their own side stories you can follow. In typical fashion for a Square RPG, the narrative gets rather dense really quickly. Grimoire, mirages, imprisonment, Lilikin, there were certainly times I felt I needed a quick glossary to keep up. The one saving grace is that the writing gives the players many kinds of winks that it's not trying to take itself super seriously, and you probably shouldn't either. There were a few monster descriptions such as a two-headed lizard that rap battles itself, and scenes where Rain scolds her brother for breaking the fourth wall that made me chuckle, and it brings the tone back to something lighter and more fun. They could have done more to balance the tone, however. In many places, it went a little too far in the other direction and was too simple. Unfortunately, the main trio of the twins and the obligatory cute sidekick character often got on my nerves and was the weaker part of the presentation. World of Final Fantasy didn't give me too much to latch onto with the unlikable characters and cliché story. However, the artistic design of the world itself is simply gorgeous. Colors and animations, though occasionally over the top, are quite fluid. The two almost conflicting art styles on display are meshed together really well, and blend with the game mechanics that I'll touch on in a moment. One side is very reminiscent of the Kingdom Hearts games, while the chibi style that dominates the game is super adorable. Importantly though, they don't clash. It's not strange to see the Kingdom Hearts proportioned Giants standing behind the super deformed Lilikin. The battles take on a fusion of classic Final Fantasy, complete with a modernized active time battle system, and Shin Megami Tensei with the Mirage capturing. All participants of a battle have to wait for their turn to come up on the universal ATB bar, with images overlaid on the side, a little like Digimon Story, so you can see at a glance what moves are coming up and build your strategy. As a modern concession, the bar progress will freeze upon reaching one of your moves. While classically trained players can change the option for constant motion, I appreciated the additional time. The additional wrinkle of the mirages and the stacking system is the most interesting addition to RPG combat that I've seen in a long time. Mirages take the form of a wide variety of monsters and figures from throughout the Final Fantasy mythos, and during their battles with wild ones, you can attempt to capture or imprison them for your personal use. Taking more inspiration from Shin Megami Tensei than Pokemon, each mirage has a unique condition that must be met before you'll have the chance. Some just need to be hit. Some need to be hit with a specific element. Some need to be deliberately healed by you. The conditions add to the tension of the situation as the actual act of capturing them behaves like Pokemon, where you need to get them weak so they won't break free. You're giving up a precious turn by trying to capture a mirage who will likely get to act next. Delay too long and the opportunity will be gone, but if you aren't careful, you'll knock out the monster and lose it anyway. Once you've wrangled a few mirages, you'll become best friends with the game's stack system. Instead of just having a horde of monsters at your command as you enter battle, you'll be positioned in a humorous totem pole. Mirages come in small, medium, and large sizes which dictate where they can sit within a stack, and the twins can swap freely between the large Gion form and the medium Lilikin form. You'll form these stacks pre-battle within the menu, able to create a set for both sizes for each twin. As a tower, you'll act as a single unit, combining stats and creating new powers, but also sharing weaknesses too. It expands the gameplay options a ton when you need to consider not just how powerful you are together, but whether these mirages have synergy with each other and how many weaknesses they open you up to. Within battle, you can decide to unstack, which divides your strength but opens up each of the three from the stack to act individually. Whether to divide and conquer or stand together becomes yet another strategic decision, which makes combat feel all the more deep. World of Final Fantasy doesn't just satisfy itself with bringing up a bunch of old faces and going, hey, remember that thing Tifa did? The world and callbacks are easier to invest in than the characters you actually play as, but if you barely know your fire from your Firaga and think Cloud Strife is a Nimbus who lost his job, you'll still get a rock-solid RPG.
Like this video? Why not give us a like and subscribe? We try and upload amazing videos almost every single day. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.